Changing gears now as we bring you an update out of the sports world and a deeper look at how basketball, in this case, is helping bring young children from a range of communities together in southern Israel. A special clinic has been helping young people impacted by the trauma of the war in a part of the country directly targeted during the October 7th onslaught. So for more, it's a pleasure to welcome Jared Armstrong, activist and professional basketball player. He joins us from Eilat. Good to see you, Jared. Thank you so much for your time. So there are many ways, obviously, to tackle trauma. Learning to cope with post-traumatic stress disorder is so crucial, especially right now. Tell us more about your sports clinic in the south of Israel.
So thanks, Vanita, for having me. Always an opportunity and gracious for you to speak to me. I think the clinic went great. I want to first give a shout out to the 48ers and everyone at the Equalizer. We were able to bring together 65 kids for a special partnership, one of many that I believe will happen with Jab Camp. The theme was really just about believing. And I think this is really something that touches my heart and is very timely right now because everything that's not only going on in Israel, but around the world, I think is really important for kids to understand, not only during trauma, but during the midst of adversity. Is important for you to understand that you have to believe in yourself. And that's, I think, is the beauty of basketball. You know, most of those kids that I worked with at the clinic didn't speak English, but we were able to come together just with the orange round ball. And I was able to instruct and give them confidence, give them belief, and inspire them to just keep going, you know, with everything going on, not only here, but around the world. And I think it's important for them to understand, you know, I'm going through the same thing and as much trauma, as much difficulties as they are.
The war is ongoing, obviously. Rocket sirens, alerts are so normal, sadly, a very sad routine. Even 3 a.m. this morning, millions of people in the country racing to shelters. It's bizarre that it is part of the routine, but for young people, very difficult for them to get used to this as the strange normal that it has become. How does sport help them cope? What are you seeing on the pitch, so to speak, the way they deal with that kind of trauma, the regularity of being young people during wartime?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an abnormal time for anyone, not just young people, elderly, anyone of any age. But I think for young people, being able to come together with the commonality of basketball and be able to use it as a sanctuary, a place of peace and a place of hope and a place of unity is important. You know, you get a chance to just be around your friends, be around your peers, and be able to just let go, you know, really be able to take a deep breath, don't hold back, and really just be able to express yourself. So I think that's what the beauty of a game does for me. And I think it also does that for a lot of the kids. As I said, none of them really understood English. I had a translator, and, you know, just the beauty of the game, all of them worked hard. All of them were inspired. You know, I even gave them a scenario. You know, I said, you know, the winning team of the day gets pizza. And at the end of my speech, I told them, you know, when you believe in yourself, it shouldn't matter the outcome. It shouldn't matter the result of you needing to win a reward. And I think a lot of those kids understood that. And during these troubling times, I just preached and inspired them to just try to keep going forward and don't give up for what you believe in.
Well, I suppose all children understand pizza, no matter what the language. But seriously, you talk about these kinds of clinics in all parts of the world. Fighting anti-Semitism has also been a focal point for you. Talk to us, different languages, different backgrounds, whatever the situation, whatever the scenario, how does sport help break down these barriers, particularly in terms of anti-Semitism? What have you seen on the court?
You know, I think most importantly for Jab Camp, you know, just trying to bring a diverse group of kids, especially with our focus in the United States. You know, last year we had kids from all different backgrounds. But really the biggest thing for me and from my story and, you know, talking to the kids and having our experts is most importantly telling them that they have more similarities than differences. You know, a lot of different communities, you know, come from struggle, you know, especially minority communities. So it's really having the kids understand that basketball can really truly bring them together, and that once you're able to understand one another, you know, you're able to open each other with open arms, you know, regardless of the propaganda, and really really get to know each other. So I mean, personal stories that I've heard, not only from the kids, but from parents, some of the kids became friends and hung out with each other the rest of the summer. So I think it's really important, this initiative. And like I said, as the rise of not only just anti-Semitism, but just the polarization and hate in the world, I think this initiative is more important than ever to
Right.
teach kids, that you have very many similarities.
It's about strength, it's about unity, it's about resilience, similarities, and perhaps also a bit of pizza as well. Congratulations on the work you are doing, so important, especially right now. Jared Armstrong, professional basketball player and activist, speaking to us live from Eilat. Thank you as always.
Thanks so much for having me.